Boxing King Media in association with Boxraw. Delighted to have with me here in the UK, Brian BOMAC McIntyre, or as known as by everybody as BOMAC.
Yeah.
Good to see you back in the UK. How are we keeping?
Oh, it's going pretty good, man, so far. You know, been over here almost a week and a half, so everybody's pretty cool, pretty nice to me. So that's all in good.
I mean, you were here in the UK last year, about 18 months ago, with Amir Khan. I don't think you've been back since.
No, I haven't yet, not yet, but I've been waiting to get back over here.
Well, it's great to see you, BOMAC. We've got quite a few things to go through before we head over to the public workout. How did this link up first come about?
Well, part of Eubank's team reached out to me, because we had worked with him before, and he inboxed me. And so I responded, I sat on the decision for a minute and then talked with the rest of the coaches, and we thought it might be a good fit for us, and so far so good.
Was there anything in particular you saw that made you, I'm sure you get approached by many fighters, but was anything particular you saw in Chris to say, yep, we'll do this?
Well, as we looked at the last fight, he won that. He was winning that last fight. He just got a little bit careless. So, I figure if me and the other coaches can fix his mistakes, he should be able to come out this fight victoriously.
I mean, a lot of people would say that when you change trainers, you need time. You need not just a camp, but a number of camps. So was it just about structure and changing a few things because it's difficult to change everything?
Well, the first thing you want to try to do is just try to correct his mistakes. You don't want to try to change the style or anything of that nature. Just correct his mistakes, and some of the mistakes that he does, he already knows how to correct them. He just needs reminders. It's just like when you first started boxing. One-on-one boxing, as I call it. Once you get back to the basics, you should be all right.
How much potential is there in Chris Eubank Jr.? We've known from a young age, obviously through his father's legacy. He hasn't won an official world title yet. He's getting older. How much potential is there still in him?
Being the age that he is, he's still got a little, a couple years left on him. Some big fights coming up for him. As long as he just, be disciplined and to his game, be disciplined to his craft, and work on it every day, he should be all right.
In terms of those mistakes that you said you saw in that fight, you say he was winning the fight. Were they easy to rectify for you?
Oh, definitely. Just all you got to do is remind him. He already understands boxing itself. You know what I'm saying? So, and the mistakes he was making is the mistakes that you'll make when you first start boxing. So he just need a reminder. That's it. Just, keep reminding him throughout the round, through the rounds, throughout the camp. Try to pounding in his head, so he can continue to work on them. Just work on them. Now, as far as boxing goes, he already got that down. It's just the mistakes he just was making.
I was having a conversation here yesterday with some of the team members, and I was like, I've followed Chris's career for a number of years now, but one thing I have noticed about this particular camp is structure. There's more structure. There's more people around strength and conditioning, and we know who the coach is. We know there's a nutritionist on board. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, that's definitely accurate. One thing about our camp is definitely is structure. That's why we put out champions. That's why we got contenders. That's why we got younger fighters coming up. That wants to be a part of the camp, because you got to have structure. You just can't let a fighter do what they want to do. So it's just like a family. I'm the leader. Everybody else stand beside me, and we just push forward. Of course, you got other trainers, with their input and their suggestions, and plus we do classroom work, film study, things of that nature. So we all right.
I know Chris spoke about the elbow in that first fight. Everybody saw when he tried to, when he made weight for the Conor Benn fight on the Friday, he didn't look great. We all said that. Were those two the key factors in him losing to Liam Smith, would you say?
I wouldn't say that. The elbow played a big factor. Definitely that was wrong. As far as the weight go, I couldn't really tell you that because I wasn't there. But now that he got a strength and condition and he's moving forward, he should be all right with the weight.
Is this now a long-term relationship, or is it still just a fight by fight for now?
Right now, we just want to get past this fight and then go back to the drawing board, sit down with the team, himself, and see if we can make this a long-time relationship.
Well, we look forward to a great fight on Saturday night, BOMAC. But just moving away from this, obviously you're probably still on a high. The team's probably still on a high from that fantastic, sensational victory over Errol Spence a couple of months ago. When you look back now, is that up there with one of the best moments for yourself as a trainer?
Definitely one of the best victories for just not only me, but everybody that was involved with on Team Crawford side, from the driver all the way to the chef, to the guy that was taking care of the house, the yard, things, everybody. It was great for us because we worked really hard at it. We spent 3.5, maybe 4 months, preparing for that fight, and a lot of time away from family. So it was great. It was damn great for us.
I remember Terrence being at 140 saying that he will go to 147, become undisputed. When he came to 147, it took a long time for this fight to take place. He had to go win a world title and fight other top-level opposition, which he did. Did you expect the fight, and no disrespect to Errol because he's a great fighter, but did you expect it to be so one-sided?
Me personally, I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive. Maybe a couple more rounds, and then, like I was telling everybody in a previous interview, that Terrence is going to walk away with the victory, just make it look totally easy. But the way it started until the finish, I didn't expect him to start dominating that early. So I expected like round 4, round 5, but he did his job and he listened to his corner, and we got the job done.
I saw you celebrating at the end, jumping up and down in the back as well, shouting something about Big Macs. Was it pleasing to you as well personally? Because there was a lot of jibes that came towards you as well.
Of course, man. You know me, man. I like to try to throw shots back at them, but the team was just like, "Bo, just be cool." We'll get them. We'll get them in the long run. Which was satisfying to me. So that was just a little bit of steam let off back there. After everything that built up. So that's how that played out for me.
What would you like Terrence to do next? I know the ball's in Errol's court at the moment to activate the rematch. Would you want to see the rematch again, or do you want to explore a Charlo at 154? Or if whatever happens between him and Canelo?
As a trainer, you want to see a fighter, accomplish all the goals that he want to accomplish, and there's a couple things on the table for Terrence. So I'm a ride with him either way. If it's Errol at 54, Charlo coming back down at 54, or jumping up to fight Canelo at 68, I'm gonna ride with him. 100%. Us coaches, us team, we're gonna do our homework. We're gonna figure things out, figure out how to beat whoever he's gonna fight, and just push forward.
I'm sure you might have seen Floyd Mayweather's comments where he said it feels like Errol should be fighting at 160 or 168. For someone who's not on his team, when you look at Errol and he's been doing that weight for a very, very long time, is 147 way past him now?
I don't know, man. I'm not his trainer. I'm not part of his team. I don't know if he struggled to make the weight. I don't know how camp went. So I can't answer that question. I just wish the best for him.
Terrence put a tweet out saying him and Canelo is the biggest fight in boxing. Listen, we have weight categories for a reason. How confident would you be if Terrence would go to 168 to challenge Canelo one day in the future?
Well, I will tell you this. Terrence do walk around at that weight. So, it wouldn't be nothing. We spar guys 190, 200 pounds, so I wouldn't see anything different, just bigger, two more ounces on the glove. So I think that, if that's the challenge that he wants, 168, let's go do it.
Did you watch the boxing on the weekend, Usyk Dubois?
Yes, I did. I just watched the highlights. I didn't see it live.
There's been a lot of talk online about whether it was low, whether it was not low. A lot of people are split. I'm talking about boxing fighters and coaches are split on that. What was your kind of thoughts?
When I seen the replay, I thought it was a legal shot, man. I thought it was just right there on the belt line, you know. But like I was saying before, in another interview, if you look at it different ways, it could look like it's low, but when you see it to the naked eye and in real life, it really looked like a body shot.
How highly do you rate Usyk?
Oh, he's the best. He's the best at the heavyweight division. You can't take nothing away from him, you know. So he's probably number 3 on the pound for pound list, or maybe 2 on the pound for pound list, man. You know, he did his job. He did what he's supposed to do as a fighter, moving up in weight and capturing all those titles. So he's right up there.
Just a few prediction of fights coming up and potential fights coming up. I think this doesn't really need a prediction, but just your thoughts of Tyson Fury takes on Francis Ngannou, the former UFC heavyweight champion, now trained by Mike Tyson. I know it's an exhibition, but it looks like Francis is taking this it's not an exhibition, but it's almost like an exhibition. But Francis is taking this very, very seriously. Do you give him any chance against Fury?
I think that's more or less just going to be, like I said, exhibition. I don't think it's going to be an all-out brawl. But if it goes to boxing, I'm going to definitely lean towards Tyson.
Joshua Wilder?
I'm going to go with Wilder because he got that power. You know, I'm leaning towards the power, man. You know, he's stretching everybody out. He's been stretching everybody out. You know, Joshua been kind of struggling a little bit. So, Wilder.
More recently, we've had a number of fighters test positive for PEDs, for adverse findings in their samples. We saw Helenius last week, Elisa Baumgardner. We've had the Conor Benn stuff going on for a while. It's sad to see, but in your opinion, what kind of needs to happen for fighters to realize that they shouldn't be taking things that shouldn't go in their body?
So, you know, that's cheating, man. You know, just if you start cheating, you take their livelihood away from them. So, I mean, that's on them. That's what decision they made, and they got caught doing it. So, take boxing away from them. You know, suspend them indefinitely, or a couple of years or something. You know, don't do like 6 months or a year, because, you know, boxers sometimes need that little time break. But if you give them a couple of years, you know, they think about it. You know, some boxers try to do it in the middle of their career. Some boxers try to do it at the end of their career. You know, if you take it away from them, they got to go get a job.
No, absolutely. Just finally, BOMAC, we're here in the UK. Do you see any fighters here that you rate highly, that are up and coming or established?
Well, I will tell you this, man. You know, I'm a hero over here for Eubank, so I'm not trying to look at other fighters. I've took a couple meetings, but, you know, I'll just talk to them and see where their head is at. But I won't make no decision. I won't, you know, make no promises or nothing, because, you know, all my focus is on Eubanks.
BOMAC, appreciate your time. Thank you. Yeah, we've got the public workout in a couple of hours. Tomorrow, the press conference, Friday weigh-in, and then roll on Saturday night.
Good deal.